Hello, all of you wonderful people out there in podcast land. Welcome to another episode of Black and White Reviews. My name is Will.
And my name is Lee.
I'm Chuck.
Oh, hi, Chuck.
Hi.
Hi.
We are back this week, continuing with our coverage of the first season of Stranger Things, and this week it is Chapter 5.
Hi.
The Acrobat. The Acrobat and the Flea.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Okay. Chuck?
Yep.
Hi.
The Flea and the Acrobat.
The Acrobat
and the Acrobat.
No, the Flea and the Acrobat.
No, the Acrobat and the Flea.
No, it's the Flea.
No, it's not. You're wrong.
I'm not.
I will say this. I thought the description of how he defined that was really, really good.
It's the same as everything else. Here's this, here's that. Pencil through it. We've seen that in two other
the
things.
drawing of like the Acrobat on a tightrope, the Acrobat and the Flea upside down.
But then the pencil through the paper has been seen multiple times now.
I will say the spaghetti scenario from The Flash was actually a pretty good one, better than most. But
I did appreciate that.
Mm.
And my
From the
CEO explained what the computer looked like when they did all this, the AI and all the stuff in our computers here looked like spaghetti.
yes,
And I saw some videos of what it looked like when Ian was setting it up. It did literally look like spaghetti. It was yellow wires connecting this to that and everything else. And you're like, that's just a pile of ramen inside a computer
sweet.
just to make this make sense. Insane.
Well, all right. Anyways, what are we talking about?
Stranger Things.
Yeah, July
So-
15th, 2016, this episode was released.
As well as every other episode, the first season of Stranger Things was released the 15th.
The 15th of July. So 2016. We're almost hitting 2024. This is almost
We're getting there.
what? Almost 8 years ago. We're pretty far behind.
Come on.
If we're still talking about this.
Sure.
Well, no, because we're going to try to catch up to season before season 5 airs.
Oh, I get that, but I'm just saying, like, we're pretty far behind here.
We are.
Yeah. We are.
So I still enjoy this show. I still think Hopper is my favorite character.
Oh, absolutely. Especially in this episode.
He's the only one
Even when
doing
he's losing
anything.
Yeah.
He went a little crazy in this episode.
Rightfully so.
He shouldn't be
Yeah.
crazy. He shouldn't be crazy.
No, he's rightfully show.
Yes.
Rightfully so, he should be. Yeah, I mean, I am confused as to why only one out of that whole scene that he finds only one. You know, there should be way more in his house than the one that he finds. But
My question is why he didn't start there. Because that's the most obvious.
straight up,
It's right there. He destroys. Well, I mean, I know we're not spoiling anything here.
yeah,
But yeah.
Yet.
Yeah. Just one. And it's always the last place you look, right?
always.
Always the last place you
Always
look. I
the
wonder
last
why.
place.
Because you stop looking after you find it. That's why. Anyway. Moving on. Yeah. So, Chuck, what do you think about this episode?
I enjoyed it. I liked it.
Yeah,
it was
why?
fun. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Because
Why?
it's. Hi. No. No. I enjoyed it mostly because of Hopper, to be honest with you. I was confused at first as to why it was called the Acrobat and the Flea, and then they had the one conversation. I was like, oh,
Oh, yeah.
that's a good reason why.
Oh, yeah.
But then I was like, I wish that they didn't make that so on the nose. Like every other title so far has been kind of like goofy, but it like you figured it out because of how the
No, we didn't figure out the weirdo on Maple Street until the next episode when they kept calling her a weirdo.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. It wasn't on the nose.
Yeah, this one was.
On the nose.
The vanishing of Will Byer was on the nose.
Yeah.
Well,
The other,
I think.
Holly Jolly wasn't on the nose until like the end, and the body was kind of on the nose, but again, like at the end.
at the
Right.
end.
Yeah.
Well,
But that's
no,
the thing, is like
but
it's
even
all
then-
kind of giving you a
But
hint of
even
where it's
then,
going.
it was still raising questions until the next episode.
Sure.
Then you figured out why it was called The Body and not His Body.
Sure.
Or I Found Will, or whatever the case may be.
Where's Will?
Where's Will?
Where's Will?
Where's Will though?
Where's Will?
Where's Will though?
But I mean, I don't understand. There are some questions I have as to why things happen in a weird sense. Why people don't ask questions, like why their teacher is not asking more questions than he should be. In fact, he's almost going along with them in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
He's a teacher.
Yeah, but
He's doing what he should be doing, in my opinion.
Mm.
These boys are showing interest. These boys are showing interest in something like scientific and theoretical and like quantum mechanics and blah, blah, blah. And he's nurturing it. I don't have a problem with that.
We fried your radio. Legitimately fried it.
Okay.
We're asking you questions. Theoretically, if this happened, would this happen? You know, we are 11-year-olds asking questions about quantum mechanics and theories that collegians don't even ask half the time because they don't need to ask these questions.
Well, yeah, because it's not relevant to the workforce. Yeah. So
This
he's also a nerd.
I'm sorry. This right here is the part where This right here is the part where Will Smith shoots a little girl in the head and goes, "She's the bad guy because she's 8 years old with quantum mechanic books."
That's a wild theory. This is wild coming from you.
For her.
No. They're 11 years old asking questions that should not be being asked by 11-year-olds.
Why?
Because they're 11.
Well, you know
that's
what?
why.
You know, Chuck, I appreciate if you get all up off their back about it, all right?
Wow.
Or do I owe an apology?
Why don't you just get all off that then?
I will say this. We talked about this last week.
I 100% disagree with this take of yours. I think this teacher is actually better than most. Okay, so they're young, they're inquisitive, they're asking questions that's way beyond like what should be their understanding. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna chastise them for asking these questions? Are you gonna like berate them or make them feel guilty for asking questions? Or are you gonna do what a teacher should be doing and nurturing this kind of thought? I think he's doing the right thing here and nurturing this kind of thought. As far out there as it is, all four of them are geeky and nerdy about this kind of things. Why shouldn't they have a conversation like this? I think it's great.
Sure.
Oh, Chuck agrees 100%.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey. Sorry.
Hey. I will say, I want to talk about one thing and one thing specifically.
Is this in detail?
After we get out of the spoiler-free zone.
Okay.
Because I am so irate about something. And we kind of touched base on it. We kind of touched base on it last week.
Yeah, you
and
texted,
Will brought it up.
You texted us about this. You're absolute. you are very upset.
My disdain to what happened.
And here I will agree with you.
Oh. So no, you know what we talked about last week. So it's not spoiler. It's not spoiler territory because we talked about it last week.
Oh. So
Will brought up the fact that we are introduced to this parallel universe.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
What's it called, Chuck?
which Will let us know it's called the upside down.
Refer to it as the upside down.
So
she takes the game board and she flips it upside down, and there's black.
So here's my question. They What's his name? Dustin? Dustin.
Yeah.
That's his name, yeah. Dustin's like, in Dungeons and Dragons, it's like the Veil of Shadows. Okay, so we've established that there is a thing actually called the Veil of Shadows, which is identical to this place called the Upside Down in this show. We've already dabbled with D&D in this TV show in episode 1.
Yes, we have.
We have now seen an article called portraying the Veil of Shadows in this episode. Why couldn't Netflix just buy the rights for one TV show and just call it The Veil of Shadows?
I have no idea.
Moving forward. It's a fantastic name. But instead, we're going to call it The Veil of Shadows and then go, nope, it's called The Upside Down. I'm sorry. This is dumb.
Yes. The name is stupid. The name is incredibly stupid. And I agree with you. They should have just called it The Veil of Shadows. My only argument is, and I'm going to get hell for this, they're kids. They're kids. Yeah. So they're kids. Like now...
No, hold on. They're kids, so they can't call it The Veil of Shadows. They're going to call it The Upside Down. But at the same time, they're kids, and they're going to discuss quantum mechanics and physics with their teacher at 11 years old. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
I know I can. I'm trying here. Look.
It doesn't fit.
No matter
how you cut it, it doesn't fit.
You're absolutely right. I have no defense for this. I wish I did. I wish I had a defense for this because I want to have a back and forth about it. But you're right. This is stupid. The name of this thing is so stupid. The Upside Down. And here's the worst part. And if I get a little spoiler here, I don't care because it's something that's bothered me through the entirety of the show. The name doesn't change. They continue calling it The Upside Down all the way through. I don't understand. Even like when they get older, and they're growing and they're more mature and they're more intelligent. They still call it The Upside Down. It never changes. I don't know why. It makes me so mad. Like the title of the whatever. Why do they have to call this world The Upside Down? And especially like. There are things that happen. There are things that certain characters learn. I don't understand why you can't have another character give it a different name. Like, for what reason? Why can't that happen? But no, they're going to call it The Upside Down. I think it's stupid.
Why couldn't they just call it? They already called it The Veil of Shadows. So it's like The Veil of Shadows.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it's not.
It is.
It's not though.
It is.
No, officially it's not.
It is.
But it's not.
But it is. It is. No, it is.
But it's not.
But it's not.
No, that's like saying that's not a man's head. But it is.
But it's not.
But it is.
It no longer belongs to the man. It's just his head. The man's over there. This is just a head.
So is that
he lost ownership when it was separated.
So this is the most like how smart this TV show is to call. It's like we're gonna do great. Just fall off a cliff.
Honestly, it goes back to the one thing that I said I do appreciate. This is the innocence of children, and that's what makes it what it is. They're kids. They know the Veil of Shadows, but like we're gonna call it The Upside Down because it's not, but it is. I don't know. They're innocent kids. Oh, she keeps going like this. It's just Dustin rolling off as a kid. We're going to call it The Upside Down because that's how Elle explained it to us. It's like this, but it's upside down. Different than what they thought the alternate reality was like. It's literally an upside down version of the universe. And as the show goes on, we're going to get a little bit more of an understanding of what they mean by upside down because it's literally upside down.
I get that. I understand that. It makes sense.
You just don't like the title.
It's dumb.
Hey, whatever.
It's dumb. Stupid.
Okay. It's stupid. And I didn't even think of this. I didn't even think of it before Chuck said something. In this episode, you do have them sitting down and having this really far out there conversation about physics
with the
teacher.
But they come back and they're like, no, The Upside Down.
It's The Upside Down. Of course. Would you prefer the downside up?
I prefer the Veil of Shadows.
I would prefer the Veil of Shadows is a much better term. I don't know why they just don't call it the Veil of Shadows. I'm with you on that one, or anything else for that matter. I mean, anything else would have worked.
They already got permission to obviously use the name in the show. To drop that name, they had to get permission from the creators of Dungeons and Dragons. Fine. They could have this could have been a way for D&D to, make more.
D&D is already a pretty popular board game amongst kids, though. I don't know how much more publicity they need. Like they don't need product placement.
They don't, but it's like it would be for a show like this. It would be like a nod to D&D,
and that would be beyond a nod. It would be, as you said earlier in a previous conversation, like too on the nose. Or actually, it was the same conversation, but too on the nose.
And the Upside Down isn't.
No, it's not.
Okay, so
it's not ripping off anything else.
Exactly.
It's their own thing. It's
I do like that,
new.
though. I do like that they're trying to do their own thing. Is the Veil of Shadows a better name than the Upside Down? Absolutely. But in a certain regard, I'm glad they're not calling it the Veil of Shadows, because it wouldn't be authentic if they did. I agree with you. I agree with you. The Veil of Shadows is a much better name, but
then be authentic and choose something other than the Upside Down.
They're kids.
The Inside
Get
Out.
over it.
They're kids that just had a collegiate conversation with their professor, who they're 11.
Yeah. And
Dustin also figured out for the remainder of this conversation, hit us up on Patreon, because now we're gonna hit the spoiler territory.
You know what I will say? You know what they should have called it? They should have went really meta and really internet and called it the Backrooms. That's what they should have called it.
Nah.
The Backroom?
Yeah, the Backrooms.
That's weird. No.
Look it up. Look up the Backrooms on like YouTube. Like people make some crazy theories and crazy things about the Backrooms. It's like, don't do it now. I want you in the conversation. I don't want you on your phone, please. Don't do it now. But they could have done something like that. Anyways, like Chuck was saying, we're going to transition now into the episode properly, and we're going to discuss things in greater detail and get into a lot of spoilerific things. So if you want to catch the rest of that conversation, you can catch us over on Patreon. Links to that will be down in the description of this video. Goodbye, everybody. Give us your money. Anyways,